Some truths burn quietly, others explode. And then there are those that rot beneath the surface for so long that by the time they rise, they take everything with them. I thought I was ready. I thought reading Mama's letter had prepared me. But nothing could have prepared me for seeing him again. Uzoma, the man I once called Papa, the man my sister calls husband. For 2 days, I watched from the guest house window. People came and went. Chisom's laughter floated over the compound wall like she was living in heaven. She didn't know. She couldn't, right? Then I saw him, tall, proud, immaculate, wearing a white kaftan. He walked like a man who had no skeletons. Uzoma, I hadn't seen him in 10 years, and yet my skin remembered his shadow. My stomach turned. I had no plan, only rage and questions. So I lied my way in. Told a neighbor I was a Nigerian American journalism student doing a documentary on successful Nigerian families. She smiled, said the family next door would be perfect, even offered to take me there herself. I smiled too, not because I believed her, but because fate had just opened the gate I wasn't brave enough to knock on myself. The compound was beautiful. White welts, flowers, ties, perfume. Then the door opened, and there she was, my sister, Chisom. She looked exactly like Mama. Same smile, same eyes, pregnant belly under a wrapper, radiant, glowing. She hugged me like I was someone she was born to love. Chisom, smiling, and she said, "Please come in. Any friend of Nigeria is a friend of mine." I wanted to vomit because the person she hugged was her sister, her blood, and she didn't even know. Sandal steps approaching the door, and the door creaked open. And then Uzoma entered the room. The man, the father, the liar, the husband. He stopped when he saw me, just for a second. Just long enough for his eyes to blink recognition and fear. But he smiled. "You're welcome to my home, my dear. Make yourself comfortable." Comfortable? In a house built on incest and secrets. I nodded, but my heart screamed. We sat down. Chisom made tea. Uzoma asked questions, and I pretended to be someone I wasn't. "So, sir, tell me about your family values. How did you build such a respected home?" Uzoma smiled, lied, spoke about honesty, faith, love. The words made me want to claw my skin off. Then he said something I will never forget. A strong family is built on truth. And I almost laughed, right there, right in front of him. Later that evening, he asked to speak to me alone, in the backyard. The wind was rising, goats were bleating in the distance, and the scent of rain hung in the air. Uzoma said quietly, "You came here to expose me, didn't you?" I didn't answer. He said, "You should have stayed in Chicago." Still, I said nothing. He looked older now, not just in his face, but in his soul. Like the weight of what he had done was finally too heavy. Uzoma said, "I loved your mother, but I loved my reputation more." He turned away from me, and that was the moment I realized he wasn't ashamed. He was just scared of being caught. Mama had tried to leave before the pregnancy showed, but the village watched women too closely. She ran in the night, boarded a bus from Ibadan to Lagos with just one bag and the clothes on her back. She chose America. She chose isolation. She chose silence. And in that silence, she built me. A child born from betrayal, raised in guilt, now standing in the lion's den. That night, Chisom brought me a plate of yam porridge, sat beside me. Chisom looked very warm. "You remind me of someone, but I can't place it," as she said warmly. I froze. She smiled. rubbing her belly. And Chisom said, I am having a girl. I'll name her Adama, means child of beauty. I wanted to cry because that child will grow up in a web she didn't weave, just like me. I came to Nigeria for answers, but all I found were polished lies, well-dressed secrets, and a man who thought time could erase sin. But truth is a white thing. You can't bury it forever. It grows in the dark, and when it blooms, it burns. Tomorrow, I will not pretend anymore. Tomorrow, they will know who I am and what he said, even if it breaks us all. Moral lesson: culture should never justify evil. We must question traditions that bury truth and silence victims. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the part 2 of this interesting story about a dad, a husband, a daughter, and a sister. Do well to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. But when you hold on a bit, the part 3 is in the next slide. Thank you.